Did you hear about the military parade that took place in the US on June 14th? It was meant to be a massive celebration, honoring the Army's 250th anniversary, coinciding with Flag Day, and even the former president's birthday. But shortly after the event, a Reddit post titled, "What are your thoughts about the underwhelming turnout for the military parade today?" sparked a heated discussion, and then mysteriously disappeared just hours later. So why was it taken down? Was it too controversial or just too honest? Let's take a closer look at what Reddit users had to say before the post vanished.
If anything, I feel more hopeful than I did a few days ago. Even with the bad stuff that happened today, there were so many people protesting all across the country. Reading all the horrible shit going on and feeling powerless to create any meaningful change to stop it can be suffocating and lonely. It's easy to forget that none of us are facing this alone. We can give each other hope. We are stronger than them when we are united.
Normal people sick of being stuck in the deluge of shit, just wanting things to be normal.
That's the almost funny part. People voted GOP for lower prices and less chaos. They're getting neither, and it's like, duh.
It would have been if we'd elected the right person instead of the current loser.
One of my many favorite signs yesterday was, if Kamala had won, we'd all be at brunch right now.
I'll go to my grave believing we did. She was filling stadiums in Texas, and he couldn't fill a college basketball arena in the South. But Elon knew those computers, and they had a little secret.
But while some focused on the emotional and political significance of the protests, others couldn't help but dissect the parade itself. The optics, the empty streets, and Trump's awkwardly distant stage presence. Everything about it felt off. The media barely gave it attention, and online many agreed. The spectacle fell flat.
Here's what makes me feel good about today, minus the assassination. The news was all about no kings all across the US, and the bullshit parade was barely mentioned.
Once you show a couple of tanks, marching soldiers, Trump waving, there's not much news there. The lack of attendance, I guess? Long-term dictatorships have practice in making them look more impressive. NK can stick practically their entire army on a nice big wide mall. The US hasn't had a proper parade in 30 years. It just looked limp.
Trump being in that plexiglass fishbowl, despite the crowd being like 50 yards away, didn't look very strong either.
He's afraid. I don't think I need to explain why or of what.
Then came the most biting critiques, those who turned their attention to the money, the symbolism, and the message the parade sent. For this group, it wasn't just a waste of resources. It was a tone-deaf performance that seemed more about ego than honor. And judging by the silence from mainstream outlets, even the media didn't want to touch it.
Military parade costs, $45 million. DC street repair costs, $12 million. USA giving the middle finger to Trump, priceless.
Honestly, it came off like Trump and Vance giving the middle finger to the army. It was more about his birthday and his anniversary, respectively. Super tacky, disrespectful, fascist, trashy.
After scouring the interwebs, I couldn't find anything yet. So you know it's bad when no news outlet wants to be the first to publish and incur Taco's tantrum.
So, what do you think? Was the parade a powerful display or an expensive distraction? Why do you think the Reddit post disappeared so quickly?